I moved to the Philippines for peace, not love. But love found me anyway, or so I thought. She said she wanted to build a future with me, that we'd grow old together by the sea. Instead, she built her future with my retirement fund. And I'm sitting here now, 54, alone and starting from zero. I'm signing the lease papers, and my hand is trembling. Not from nerves, but from excitement. The beach house in Cebu sits maybe 50 yards from the water, close enough that I can hear waves through the open windows. It's not fancy, but it's exactly what I dreamed about during those cold Arizona nights, fixing transmissions and wondering if this was all there was. Reina squeezes my hand as the landlord explains the terms in broken English. 1 year advance, no problem, I tell him, pulling out the cash I withdrew yesterday, 24,000 pesos. 6 months of my pension, but it feels like the best investment I've ever made. This is where we'll grow old together, Reina whispers, her voice soft against my ear. The words hit me harder than any woman's voice has in years. My ex-wives never talked about growing old. They talked about what I wasn't providing, what I wasn't becoming. But Reina, she sees something in me worth keeping. The landlord hands me the keys, and I feel like I'm not just moving into a house. I'm moving into the life I was supposed to have. Are you happy? She asks, and I turn to look at her. 29 years old, beautiful in that natural way that doesn't need makeup or fancy clothes. Her English is perfect, her smile genuine. I'm more than happy, I tell her, and I mean it. We walk through the small living room, the bedroom with the ceiling fan, the kitchen with the window facing the sea. It's simple, clean, quiet. Everything I wanted after 2 failed marriages and 30 years of fixing other people's problems. I want to cook for you every day, she says, running her fingers along the counter. I want to take care of you, Larry. The way she says my name makes me believe her, makes me believe this is real. We sit on the small porch as the sun starts to set, and she leans against my shoulder. My whole life, I've been taking care of other people, she says. My mom, my brother, my ex-boyfriends who never appreciated me. But with you, I feel like I can finally build something that lasts. I wrap my arm around her, breathing in the salt air and the faint scent of her shampoo. We both deserve this, I tell her, and I believe it. God help me, I believe every word. It started with a Facebook message. I'd commented on a local shipping company's post, asking about rates to send some car parts back to the States. Hi Larry, I saw your question about shipping. My friend works there. Maybe I can help? Her profile picture showed a young woman with kind eyes and a genuine smile. Not posed, not filtered. Just real. That's very kind of you, I replied. I'm new to Cebu and still figuring things out. How long will you be staying? She asked. I told her I was planning to retire here, that I'd been visiting for 3 months and loved the pace of life. Most Americans don't stay long, she typed. They come for vacation and leave, but you seem different. We talked about everything. Her work as a virtual assistant, my years fixing cars, our shared love of quiet mornings and old movies. I'm tired of dating boys, she told me one night during a video call. They cheat, they lie, they want everything but give nothing. My father was different. He worked hard, he respected my mother, he built something real. He died when I was 22, and I've been looking for that kind of man ever since. I felt something stir in my chest, something I hadn't felt since my 20s. I'm tired of women who see me as a paycheck, I admitted. My first wife left because I wasn't ambitious enough. My second wife left because I worked too much. I can't win. Maybe you just haven't met the right person, Reina said, and her voice was so gentle I almost believed her immediately. The night before I flew back to Arizona to pack my things, she said something that changed everything. I don't want you to leave, Larry. I know we've only known each other 2 months, but I feel like you understand me in a way no one else has. I want to be the last woman you ever need. I stared at the screen, at her face pixelated by the poor connection, and felt my chest tighten. I want that too, I told her, and I meant it. 3 weeks later, I was back in Cebu with 2 suitcases and a one-way ticket. She met me at the airport with flowers and tears in her eyes. Welcome home, she said, and for the first time in decades, I felt like I was exactly where I belonged. The laptop comes first. Larry, I need to tell you something, Reina says over breakfast, her voice careful and measured. My laptop crashed yesterday. All my client files, everything. I have a presentation due tomorrow, and I can't afford to lose this contract. She shows me the black screen, the error messages. It looks expensive to fix. How much for a new one? I ask. I don't want you to worry about it, she says quickly. I'll figure something out. Maybe borrow money from my brother. But I can see the stress in her face, the way she keeps checking her phone. Reina, I have savings. We're building a life together. Your success is my success. The new laptop costs 40,000 pesos, nearly $800. But watching her face light up when I hand her the receipt makes it worth every penny. I'll pay you back, she promises. This is an investment in our future. A month later, it's her brother's motorbike. He needs it for work, Larry. Without transportation, he can't provide for his family. Just 20,000 pesos, and he'll pay us back in 3 months. Then it's her mother's hospital bill. The doctor says she needs surgery, but we can't wait for the insurance to approve it. She could die, Larry. She could die. Her voice breaks, and I see tears streaming down her face. How can I say no to that? How can I put money before someone's life? Each time, I transfer money from my retirement account. Each time, she holds me tight and tells me how grateful she is, how lucky she feels to have found someone who truly cares. Most men would never do this, she says after I pay for her business permit. They'd make excuses, say it's not their responsibility. But you're different. You see the big picture. I do see the big picture. I see us building something real, something lasting. I see her business growing, her family stable, our future secure. When my friend Mike emails from Arizona asking how much I've spent so far, I don't tell him the real number. Just getting settled. I write back. You know how it is. But I know exactly how much. $18,000 in 4 months. The money I saved for 10 years, working extra shifts and skipping vacations. The money that was supposed to last me through retirement. But every time doubt creeps in, Reina does something that reminds me why I'm here. She cooks my favorite meal. She massages my shoulders after a long day. She tells me about the coffee shop we'll open together, the quiet life we'll build by the sea. We're a team, Larry, she says, and I believe her. I want to believe her. She's always on her phone now. Not the way she used to be, when she'd show me funny videos or read me messages from her clients. This is different. Secretive. She turns the screen away when I walk by, closes apps quickly when I sit down. Work stuff, she says when I ask. You know how demanding clients can be. But it's 11 at night. It's Sunday morning. It's during dinner, during our walks on the beach, during moments that used to belong to us. I'm sorry, she says, after canceling our movie night for the 3rd week in a row. I have this new client, very important. They need everything done yesterday. Her English has changed too. Less careful, more clipped. Less warm. You wouldn't understand Filipino hustle culture, Larry. When opportunity comes, you take it no matter what. I want to understand. I want to support her dreams, her ambitions. But something feels wrong, like we're slowly becoming strangers living in the same house. Do you still want the beach house? I ask one evening, watching her scroll through her phone instead of watching the sunset with me. She looks up, and for a moment, I see something in her eyes I can't quite name. Irritation? Pity? Dreams change, Larry. I want to grow. I want more than just sitting by the water waiting to die. The words hit me like a slap. I thought we were growing together. Maybe we want different things now, she says, then goes back to her phone. I sit there watching the waves, feeling something crack inside my chest. For the first time since I arrived, I wonder if I made a mistake. For the first time, I feel truly alone. It's her birthday, and I want everything to be perfect. I book us a table at the nicest beachfront restaurant in town, the one with the white tablecloths and live music. I buy her a necklace, something delicate and beautiful that I saw her admiring in a shop window weeks ago. The whole evening costs me $600, but I don't care. I need this to work. I need us to work. She arrives 20 minutes late, and something in her demeanor feels off, distracted, distant. This is beautiful, Larry, she says, but she's already looking at her phone. Really beautiful. I wanted tonight to be special, I tell her. It's been a while since we've had time just for us. She nods. but I can tell she's not really listening. The waiter brings champagne, and I toast to us, to her birthday, to our future. She smiles and takes a sip, but her eyes keep drifting to her phone. Halfway through dinner, she stands up. I need to take this call. Work emergency. On your birthday? Just 5 minutes, I promise. She's gone for 30 minutes. I sit there eating alone, watching other couples laugh and talk and share their meals. The waiter asks if everything is okay, and I nod because I don't know what else to do. When she comes back, her whole energy has shifted. She seems lighter, happier, but not about being here with me. Sorry about that, she says, but she doesn't sound sorry. Everything okay with work? I ask. Fine. Everything's fine. But it's not fine. I can feel the distance between us like a physical thing. We eat in near silence, and when I give her the necklace, she barely reacts. Thank you, she says, putting it on without looking in the mirror. It's lovely. Later that night, as we're getting ready for bed, I finally ask the question that's been burning in my chest all evening. Did I do something wrong? You seem upset with me. She turns to face me, and there's something cold in her expression. Why do you always act like I owe you something, Larry? Like because you pay for dinner or buy me gifts, I'm supposed to perform gratitude for you? The words feel like ice water in my veins. I don't think you owe me anything. I just want us to be happy together. Maybe that's the problem, she says, then goes to sleep on the couch. I lie awake all night, staring at the ceiling, wondering when everything changed, wondering if it was ever real to begin with. Her phone is buzzing on the nightstand. She's in the shower, and normally I'd never even look, but something about the sound, the persistence of it, makes me glance over. The screen lights up with notifications, messages from someone named Jay. I shouldn't look. I know I shouldn't look. But my hand reaches for the phone anyway. Missing you, baby. Can't wait to see you tonight. Did you tell him yet? My hands are shaking as I scroll through the conversation. Photos I've never seen. Voice messages in Tagalog that I can't understand but don't need to. Plans to meet, complaints about having to deal with the old man, discussions about money. My money. The water shuts off in the bathroom. I set the phone down, but I can't move. I can't breathe. She comes out wrapped in a towel, sees me sitting on the edge of the bed with her phone in my hand, and stops. We stare at each other for what feels like hours. How long? I ask, and my voice sounds like it's coming from somewhere far away. She doesn't deny it, doesn't apologize, doesn't cry or beg or try to explain. She just looks at me with something that might be relief. I never promised you I wouldn't see other people, Larry. You knew what this was. What this was. A transaction. You wanted companionship, someone to take care of you. I wanted security, stability. We both got what we needed for a while. I thought we were building something real. She sits down on the other side of the bed, suddenly looking very tired. Real for who? You wanted a fantasy, Larry. Some young, grateful woman who'd spend her life cooking and cleaning and pretending you're the love of her life. I wanted a chance to build my own future. Now I have it. I stand up, my legs unsteady. I walk to the door, stop, turn back. Did you ever care about me at all? For the first time, something like emotion crosses her face. I cared about you being kind to me. I cared about you helping my family. I cared about you giving me the opportunity to create the life I wanted. Isn't that enough? It should be. Maybe it should be enough, but it's not. I walk out the door and don't come back until morning. I spend the night sitting on the pier, watching fishing boats come and go, too ashamed to face the truth and too broken to run from it. I pack everything in 2 hours. Clothes, books, the few personal items I brought from Arizona. It all fits in the same 2 suitcases I arrived with 7 months ago. She watches me from the doorway, not helping, not trying to stop me. Where will you go? She asks. I'll figure it out. I pull out my phone and check my bank balance one more time. $24,000. Gone. My pension, my savings, my safety net. All transferred to her account for laptops and hospital bills and business permits and family emergencies that I'm starting to think were never real. I never lied to you about the money, Larry. My brother did need help. My mother was sick. The business permit was real. But Jay? She shrugs. Jay was always there. Before you, during you. And now after you. Some things don't change. I stop packing and look at her. Really look at her. She's still beautiful, still young, still has her whole life ahead of her. And I'm 54, starting over in a foreign country with nothing but the clothes in these suitcases. Did you ever say you loved me first? I ask. Not once, not in 7 months. She thinks about it. No, she says finally. I didn't. I finish packing in silence. At the door, I turn back one last time. I hope Jay makes you happy. He does, she says. And I believe her. I move into a studio apartment in the city. 3,000 pesos a month, hot water sometimes, air conditioning that works when it wants to. It's everything the beach house wasn't, but it's what I can afford now. I sit on the thin mattress and scroll through our old photos on my phone. Her smile in every picture, my arm around her shoulders, both of us looking happy, looking real. I read through months of messages, searching for clues I missed. The way she never quite said she loved me. The way her responses got shorter over time. The way she always had a reason why tomorrow would be better, next week would be different, next month we'd finally have the life we planned, but the plans were always my plans. The dreams were always my dreams. She never said what she wanted, because what she wanted was exactly what she got. I delete the photos. I delete the messages. I delete her number from my phone. It doesn't make the hurt go away, but it makes it feel less immediate, less present tense. I order food delivery and eat alone in my small room, listening to traffic and wondering how I got here. How I gave away 30 years of savings in 7 months for a love that never existed. I write the message 3 times and delete it 3 times. Reina, I need you to understand how much you hurt me. I need you to know that I'm not just some lonely old man you can use and throw away. I had feelings. I had dreams. I thought we were building something together. Delete. I don't hate you, but I need to tell you that what you did was cruel. You made me believe you cared when all you wanted was my money. You could have been honest from the beginning. Delete. I hope someday you understand that I wasn't just a paycheck. I was a human being who cared about you, who wanted to build a life with you. What you did destroyed me. Delete. What's the point? She knows what she did. She doesn't care that it hurt me. She doesn't care that I'm 54 and starting over with nothing. She got what she wanted, and I gave it to her willingly. That's not her fault. That's mine. Instead, I open a notebook and write something for myself. She didn't steal my money. I gave it to someone I thought cared. I wanted to believe so badly that someone could love me that I ignored every warning sign, every red flag, every moment when she showed me exactly who she was. I'm not the victim here. I'm the man who chose to be blind because the truth was too painful to see. That's on me. All of it. The money, the heartbreak, the shame of being used. I did this to myself because I was so desperate to not be alone that I paid someone to pretend to love me. And the worst part? For a while it worked. For a while I was happy. Even if it was fake, even if it was bought and paid for a few months I felt like someone cared about me. Maybe that's worth something. Maybe that's worth $24,000. Or maybe I'm just telling myself that so I can sleep at night. I close the notebook and put it away. Tomorrow I'll start figuring out how to rebuild my life. Tonight, I just need to sit with the truth. I don't chase love anymore. Not the way I used to, not with desperation disguised as generosity. I volunteer at a local animal shelter twice a week, helping dogs that have been abandoned or abused learn to trust again. There's something honest about animals. They don't pretend to love you for money. They either trust you or they don't, and you have to earn it through consistency, through showing up, through proving you're safe. I make friends with Joe and Marita, an older American couple who've been here 15 years. They invite me for dinner once a week, and we talk about real things. The challenges of living abroad, the loneliness that comes with starting over, the small victories of building a life from scratch. We all make mistakes. Marita tells me one evening as we watch the sunset from their balcony, the important thing is what you learn from them. I rent a small apartment near the water. Not on the beach, but close enough that I can walk there when I need to think. The sound still calms me, but differently now. Less romantic, more practical. The sea doesn't promise anything. It's just there, consistent, predictable in its unpredictability. Some mornings I sit with coffee and watch fishing boats head out before dawn. The fishermen wave sometimes, and I wave back. We don't speak the same language, but we understand something about work, about patience, about taking what the day gives you. I'm not healed. I still think about Reina sometimes, wonder if she's happy with Jay, wonder if she ever thinks about our 7 months together. But the thoughts don't consume me anymore. They're just part of the story, like the scar on my hand from a wrench that slipped when I was 25, or the ache in my back from 30 years of leaning over car engines. Reminders of experiences that shaped me but don't define me. The dream is smaller now, simpler. No more fantasies about growing old with someone by the sea. Just the reality of growing older by the sea, on my own terms, with whatever peace I can make with the choices I've made. And in that, finally, there's something real. Something that no one can take away from me, because it's mine alone. I built it with my own hands, my own heart, my own hard-learned wisdom. It's not the life I planned, but it's the life I have. And maybe that's enough.